You fuckers. You beasts. You touched her. I'm going to cut off every piece of you that you ever put inside of her. I'm going to nail your fucking legs to a rock and see how well you can swim, you motherfuckers. P-21 screamed, and I heard a dull thump over and over again. My mouth worked slowly as I fought to speak, but it was hard. I was so tired, so sore. Shh, lie still. Lacuna stammered in my mind. I will try and find your horn. Perhaps it can be reattached. Don't. I rasped softly. I felt her ear on my lips. Don't worry. We won't let them get away with this. Lacuna swore. No. I coughed softly. Don't kill them. Lacuna didn't move an inch as P-21 continued to rave and stomp my prone attackers. I don't understand. Let them go, I said softly. Lacuna was so startled as she spoke aloud. Let them go? P-21 finished his stomping. Let them what? I concentrated on breathing. It was all I could do. My attackers simply groaned. Killing them won't make things better. Blackjack, look at you. Look at what they did. I know, but I forgive them, I rasped softly. I hurt them too. I understand now. They aren't worth your forgiveness, P-21 erupted. They're raping, murdering meat. They're scum. They're filth. They need to be wiped out. They need to be killed as slowly as they hurt you. How can you spare them? They killed Tar Boots, almost killed Oil Can. They were going to kill you. And Scotch? He paused. Where is she? He asked in a rush. I coughed. Safe. Below. Don't let her see. Still a kid. No matter what she says. I said with each heavy breath. P-21, I'm dying. Please, let them go. For me. Why? One of my attackers rasped. He's right. We are scum, and I don't want to die, but why? A yellow pony once said, do better. And I don't want my friends to kill. I breathed slowly for a moment. If you're dead, you can't do better. You're crazy, another of my attackers murmured. How do you know we won't just do this again? I don't, I admitted. I could hear P-21 grinding his teeth in frustration. Just do better. Please, just do better. I begged. I couldn't give back to them what I'd taken, but I could give them two things. A second chance and my forgiveness. I was probably dead soon anyway. I heard the sound of Lacuna dragging them out. I will remove them, per your wishes. I saved 4 more. They might have been scum, completely and totally. They might have been better off dead. And maybe they would do this again. Maybe I'd made a horrible mistake. But at least they had a chance to do better. After that, there was the problem of removing my legs from the floor. With them gone, Lacuna tried pulling out the nails, but they seemed to be hammered deep, and the feeling of them being withdrawn nearly stopped my heart. Oil Can was injured, but would recover. Unfortunately, there was no recovering from a cause of death. There was only one thing to do. Get some rope. And make sure that knife is sharp. 4 tourniquets. And some sawing later, and I was free. Luna set me up in the bunk. My whole body wouldn't stop shaking. I thought that my heart would stop at any second, as I shivered, but cold, couldn't seem to feel warm. I felt filthy, like some kind of biological discharge. But I'd saved Scotch, and 4 others. For that, I could endure. Needless to say, when Glory arrived with the captain and Seabiscuit, the shit hit the fan again. There was a whole new round of, "What? I'm sorry," and Thrush telling me how stupid I was for sparing Tarboot's killers. Fortunately, by then, Lacuna and Scotch had washed off most of the fluids of me and wrapped me up in a blanket. I'd lost 4 limbs, and Celestia only knew where my horn had gone. Lacuna had healed the gash in my brow and regrown my horn, but it still felt like a useless stub, like the rest of my extremities. The Hydra had done nothing for me. I think I was to the point where my body just couldn't heal anymore. It didn't matter. I focused on breathing. Scotch had nestled the Fluttershy figurine where my left front leg met my shoulder, and let me feel her smooth pink mane on my feverish cheek. Apparently, there were quite a few ponies coming and going all at once. A little bit later, there was talking on deck. Then we cast off again. The motor purred and the water jet talisman whooshed. Octavia played her music on my pip-buck. I felt limbs that I didn't have anymore, wanting to move and join in the notes. Scotch hadn't said a word since she'd emerged from the hold. She just waited nearby. If I was thirsty, she'd provide a sip of sparkle cola. I was sick, tainted, and dismembered, but I'd worried more about her. "Hey, Scotch, what do you call a mare with no legs who's in security?" "Baton." She began crying. I sighed. "Scotch, it was a joke. You're supposed to be laughing." "I'm sorry," she murmured. "For what?" Her silence told me exactly what was. "Look, we were screwed, Scotch. The only way we were going to get to live was to stall. And honestly, you got the whole, intact, healthy body. Maybe your head's been fiddled with a little, but you're going to have a long life ahead of you. I'm not. If there's any pony who's supposed to be put through the meat grinder, it should be me. And that's just simple facts." "You were screaming. They were doing things to you, weren't they?" she murmured softly. "I'm sorry I yelled at you." "Let me tell you a secret. Come here." I heard her move closer and nudge the cot. No, closer," I whispered. I felt her breath on my lips. Then I stuck out my tongue and nailed her ear perfectly. She jumped away and fell over something from the clatter. "You, Blackjack!" I chuckled, because I had to. Because if we all started crying now, there'd be nothing left. "You're so weird." "I'm dying. I'm allowed to be weird," I replied softly. "You're not going to die," Scotch replied. "No pony as boring as her can be wrong." "I assume you are talking about me," Glory said as she trotted closer. "Blackjack, I'm so..." "If you say sorry one more time, I'll soil myself right here and now. And it'll be nasty. I mean it. Poop so nasty it'll sing and tap dance," I threatened as I turned towards the sound of her voice. "She's being weird," Scotch informed her. "She's always been weird," Glory replied. "I've been interrogating Scotch for details on your miraculous plan to save my life. And if there was a hint of sanguine in them, I was going to find some way to roll myself into the river. Something about a healing talisman? If it cures taint, then I'm all ears. Really, hearing's all I got," I rasped, my throat still raw from what had happened. I could still taste it, smell it. I'd almost prefer another deep breath of chlorine to clear it out. "A healing talisman's involved. We're calling it your birthday present," Glory replied. "Details?" No details. I pouted. Oh, why not? Because if we told you, you'd stop us. I sighed at her words. So Sanguine is not involved. He's the only pony who isn't. She kissed my cheek. I made a promise to you. Okay, good. But it was apparently a plan that I'd still hate. Okay, now I'm curious. You get to stay curious. For now, we have to take a little boat ride. Thrush says busting her and her crew out of the Celestia is worth one free trip. Free trip where? I asked with a smile, playfully. Then my lungs spasmed as I started coughing again. Apparently, inhaling water was a very quick way to get a nasty case of pneumonia, even without tainted organs. Shush. Rest and conserve your strength. I replied softly. I want Rampage to come with us. She's doing Reaper stuff, fighting, and doing what she does best. Don't care. Want her here. She's my friend, and I want her here with me, I said simply, and pointed one of my stumps to Glory. Make it so. She tried to sound indignant. Just because you're beautiful, charming, witty? I asked with a grin. Those were all preferable to the truth. Mutilated, maimed, and dying. She gave a hiccup, and I nodded. No crying either. I mean it. Epic bowel movement of nastiness if you do. She sniffed and smiled. I want us with her, Glory. I know why she left. Me and Scotch on a boat, alone. Something bad might have happened. But now we're together, and I want all my friends with me. Okay,